Hello everybody, it is Sunday, the 16th of July. Right, I want to talk about them and us, and really two different paths by which to use spiritual magic, so to speak. So, talking about the elites, Illuminati, the enlightened ones, or what they deem to be enlightenment, and the path of the natural human, the spiritual path of the natural human. And let's start with them. Yeah, what they have done, and they are spiritual beings, believe it or not. They have spiritual knowledge, which is the knowledge of thoughts, of knowledge of emotions. Yeah, through which we interact. That is the energy that we are. That is our energy body through which we interact with the greater field, with the wider field, out of which we bring possibilities into being. So we bring heaven to earth. Now, they had that knowledge, and they've been hiding that knowledge, obviously, because they wanted to use it to have power, to rule over, to have dominion over this world. See the Lord of the Bible, the God of the Bible. They are full on godly, as far as the Bible is concerned. Of course, that's not the only possibility of what a God can be, but that's one way of what that word God might mean. There are other possibilities. But to them, that is what it means. So they've been hiding the knowledge. And they've been hiding it in symbols. Symbols are actually emotions. Because we have emotional reactions to shapes and to colors. Yeah? It's just one way that we function. It's just how it is. So if you can devise a symbol that would create a certain emotion in a person, then you can create emotions. You are the creator of emotions. The emotions are no longer created by life, yeah, or by the connections of people to each other, or people's nature and circumstances that are happening. That would be the natural way by which emotions are created, but they do it artificially by using symbols. And thoughts that you put into people's heads, that is the other part of it, then reason. Yeah? Make something look reasonable. They're trying that at the moment anyway, to say, oh, it's science, it's pure reason, follow reason. Which is obviously not reason at all, but that is what they're trying to do. So they have the symbolism to create the emotions. They are putting thoughts into your head that try to pass for reason, which for most of us, it doesn't quite pass, but anyway. And they're creating a world. But for them, reason, it is the knowledge of it all, the understanding of it all. That knowledge, that is the true enlightenment. The knowledge of how our thoughts and emotions are created and how they work together and how they create outcomes. That is the knowledge, that is the enlightened knowledge. And that is actually being driven purely by head knowledge, because they're manipulating the emotions through their... That is the Hur of Babylon. That is the knowledge that is riding the beast. The beast being our emotions, being the animal part of it, because it's grown out of nature. And what they are creating now, the AI, Sophia, is actually the image of themselves. Yeah? There is pure reason, pure knowledge, contained in something that has no emotions. So that is the pure light of knowledge. And that's what they call enlightenment, which is nuts. They are the ones that are not firing on all cylinders, obviously. Their emotions have atrophied. They're no longer connected to this world. They're creating something that is not connected to this world, that is going to be destructive to this world. I mean, they are actually the nutcases. But that's what they're creating. And they're creating, the idea of the chip is that you are actually brought into their reality. Yeah, that's something that you are connected to their desire, to their thoughts, to, you know, they're bringing you into their reality, out of the natural reality. And there is the artificial. They are the artificial ones. They have artificially created their own reality. They're living in it and they think they're enlightened. Yeah? Which, right. So, the way that spiritual knowledge should really work is out of the natural connections, the natural flow of energy. Yeah? And thoughts created out of what actually is. Yeah? Now. What is now? That's what should create your thoughts. And emotions created out of your connectivity to everything else. And folks, you are not disconnected. You are full on connected. Through the spiritual personas that have been created in you. The mother, the father, the child, the friend. So now, and bringing in the beast, the emotions that are naturally created. So I am now. I am now. This is the point from where I go. This is where my journey starts. Here and now I am. And then use your knowledge, both emotional and rational, to the best outcome. Now, things are happening to me at the moment. And yesterday I had one of those moments where I thought, are you actually serious? Right. So what happened yesterday? I just want to talk about this, but now there's so many examples I could bring. But yesterday was just like, whoa. So I was in absolute agony yesterday. I still am. My back has given up. I mean, it's dreadful. And I have so much to do. I'm just up to my eyeballs in painkillers right now. Trying to get something done. Anyway. So I had to take my son into town to drop off his car to the garage to be repaired. And as we were driving back, I was kind of daydreaming. Yeah? And I don't know why or where the hell this was coming from. So I knew I had to go back into the next town to pick up my grandchild in the afternoon. And I had this daydream of, that there would be a police stop. And that they would, ask me for my papers. And that I would rummage around in the car and that I was whinging with pain because of my back because I can't move. And that the policeman would ask me, are you all right? And I would say, no, my back has given up and I'm in agony, Right, so we come to my house, I drive into the yard, there's a police car standing at the entrance of my yard. And I get out of the car whinging with pain, trying to really gingerly get out of the car in some fashion. And the policeman looks at me and says, are you all right? And I say, yeah, my back has given up, I'm in pain. And I was stood there thinking, are you serious? So, but what happened there? Now, did I foresee a future? Obviously not exactly what happened, because the the things that were the same was the policeman being there asking me if I was alright, my answer, but the circumstance was not that they were stopping me, but they were looking for somebody else. They were concerned about some person with learning difficulties that was wandering around in the countryside, and we should look out for him. But this is happening to me more and more and more. Yeah? That I'm thinking something will happen, and it happens not quite the way I think. Yeah, another thing is happening to me is if I go into shops, yeah, and I think, oh, there's one more thing you should get, and you should stop and this in this shop, and think, you know what, I can't be bothered. I really cannot be bothered. I do it tomorrow. I've had enough. I'm going home now. And then something will happen during the day that I have to go back to that shop because somebody else needs something from there. So again, what happened there? Did I know I had to go to that shop? And then something happened that forced me to go back to that shop because my will was being done in a way, you know. No idea. It is really cause and effect that is really at the moment getting to me. Am I the one I am that is creating a future? Or am I co-creating a future and something else is also putting in some input so that it's never quite what I think? And what is the outcome of it? Where is this leading me? What is this supposed to do? But as I said, quite often it is, again, out of natural connections. Yeah? So if I have to go back to this shop in the evening, then I should have gone there in the first place. But it is because somebody in the family or something like that needed something from there. So it was actually not because of me, but because of something else. Somebody else that I'm connected to that forces me to go back. This Chinese proverb keeps coming back. Or is it Japanese? I think it's Japanese. It just came up only a few days ago again. That a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. Well, the first step is that you need to believe. You need to believe that there is more to you than you know. You stretch out beyond the physical, and there's something else there that you're interacting with. And it is you, yeah? It is not you're being drizzled on by some god on top of Mount Olympus, or on top of the clouds, or in some other star system, or in another dimension. See how they're moving them out further and further just to make sure that you know it is out of your reach. It is you. I am now. That is the first step. And if you don't make that step, if you are remaining in the physical, or remaining and you are physical and there is something greater out there that is using you like a puppet on a string, you are not making the step into that reality. That is the first step. Believe there is more. But then, as I said, when things start to happen, they bring up so many more questions of cause and effect. Right and wrong should be another question. Yeah, what does it create? Is it good? But I think cause and effect is really a big. What created that? I mean, I was obviously a part of that. I was a part of that, but what else was there? Why was it not exactly what I thought it would be? So then, the first step, knowing I'm more than I am. I am at least co-creator of something. Yeah, I'm involved in this. This is not happening to me. I am an active part of this. But then, journey of 1,000 miles is not only the first step, it is made out of tons of individual steps. Questions that need to be answered on the way, so you know what it is you're doing, so you understand what it is you're doing. And as I said, if we have this awakening now where people are going on that path, yeah, do not go their artificial way of using symbols, of creating something because I want, because I am a fantastic light being that can do whatever it likes. Do not go on that path, but go on the path of your natural connections and what you give to life. But then really, you need to understand what's actually happening to us. And it's not, like, well, I'm a great being, I can now do whatever I like. Again, that is the way they're going. Yeah, I should rule over everything else. But to use this in a way to give to yourself, absolutely to yourself, you are part of all. And everything that is around you in a way that it creates balance and peace and prosperity for all. And it's not destructive. But as I said, I'm at cause and effect at the moment. What the hell is happening? Yeah, why did I daydream this police thing in the first place? Where did that come from? Why was the policeman at my gate? Well, obviously they were looking for somebody, but what happened there? We really need to understand. But the last thing I must say is, this awakening is happening now, and I think we're being driven into it out of need, because the twats, the enlightened twats, are creating something that is utterly destructive. And we need to meet them on the same level. Yeah? We cannot be below their knowledge. Because then, it's not good enough. We need to be on the same level to do something about it. We need to have the same strengths, the same understanding. So we are being driven into this, really, by need, into this awakening. And I'm really not sure that humanity is ready for this. We're barely functioning in the 3D thing. Yeah, and I really don't know if going further out is a good thing right now. But, as I said, if it is forced onto us, then we need to deal with it. We need to acknowledge that it's happening. We must understand what is happening. And we need to deal with what is happening to us. We are growing up, like it or not, ready or not, really. Ready or not, actually, more than anything else. I don't think we're ready. But then the best way of doing it, to me, is really spiritual connections that are grown out of nature and trying to understand what is happening every step of the way. Don't just jump into the future and then wonder what the hell has happened. Do something without knowing what it is you're doing. Right now it's a terrible time to say take it slow, because everything else seems to be happening at a massive speed. Yeah? And I don't know, it's like the story of Lot, really. you know, but when he says to God, take me to a place where I can rest and where I can attain the mountain. And he was taken to a place called Solar, so that the evil will not overtake me on the journey. You know, the city blowing up behind him. It's funny, Kabbalah actually teaches you as long as you search, you are safe. You will be kept safe. So then really we need to believe that we can take it slow. Yeah? That we will be given the time. As long as that is our desire, we will be given the time. And we can take our time to do every step on the way and to get this right. So I know it seems idiotic, but as they are racing forward, I think we need to slow down to get this right on the correct way, the energy flows, and to understand what it is we're doing. Right, I hope this made any sense whatsoever. I really am not sure, but that is just what was in my head this morning, and especially after what happened yesterday. You know, what the hell? I mean, that was far out. It really was. Anyway, I leave it at that for today, and I talk to you again soon. Bye.